Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 8 math. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 8 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter geometric measurement and lessons we're going to cover today are volume of a sphere, surface area of sphere, volume and surface area of sphere, solids, and perimeter area and volume change in scale. So let's just start with the lesson geometric measurement. Here I am on grade 8 math. The chapter we're working on is geometric measurement. Let's just start with the lesson that is volume of spheres. Okay, so we are given with the sphere. What is the volume of this sphere? You are given the radius, you need to calculate the volume of the sphere, right? Okay, so whenever we have to calculate the area, calculate the radius volume of the sphere, we have to use the formula that is V equals 4 by 3 pi r cube, right? That is the formula. You can note down the formula. So you simply have to put the values in the formula and do the calculations, right? Either you can use calculations or you can do on your own. So the formula is V equals 4 by 3 pi r cube. R is given 8, just put up the values, that is 4 by 3 times 3.14 times 8 cube, right? So the correct option is 2143.57, right? So the formula to calculate the volume of the sphere is V equals 4 by 3 pi r cube, right? Let's just start with the test questions from the same lesson. Okay, what is the volume of the sphere? You are given a sphere. You are given the radius of the sphere is 5 yards. You need to calculate the volume. So whenever we have to calculate the volume of the sphere, we are going to use the formula that is V equals 4 by 3 pi r cube. So just put up the values, that is 4 by 3. Pi is 3.14 and r is 5. So that is 5 cube, right? Let me just do calculations and let's see which is the correct option, right? Okay. So 25, 125 times 3.14 times 4, that is 1570, and divided by 3. The correct option is 523.33 cubic yards. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? The correct option is 523.33 cubic yards. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? Okay, the next one is what is the volume of the sphere? So the formula to calculate the volume of the sphere is V equals 4 by 3 pi r cube, right? That is V equals 4 by 3 pi r cube. So just put up the values, that is 4 over 3, pi equals 3.14, and R is 10, that is 10 cube, right? So let me just do calculations. Okay, multiply by 3.14, multiply by 4, that is 12,560 divided by 3. So the correct option is 4186.66. Option number one is the correct option. You have to round off the number to the nearest hundred. So when you round off to six, that would be rounded up to seven. So option number one is the correct option. That is 4,186.67 cubic feet. Option one is the correct option. Okay, the next one is, what is the volume of the sphere, which is the correct option. Just use the formula, that is V equal 4 by 3 pi r cube, and do the calculations, right? You are given the radius equal 1. So you have to do, radius is 1, right? 1 times 3.14 times 4, 12.56, and then you have to divide it by the 3. So the correct option is 4.19 cubic millimeter. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? 4.19 cubic meters is the correct option. Okay, what is the volume of the sphere? Which is the correct option? You are given the radius equals 3 feet, so which is the correct option? Use the formula V equals 4 by 3 pi r cube. Do the calculations and so let's just do the calculations. Use the formula, that is V equals 4 by 3 pi r cube. The radius given is 3. So let me just do calculations. 27 times 3.14 times 4, that is 339.12 divided by 3. That is 113.04 cubic feet. The correct option is option number 2, right? That is 113.04 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is, what is the volume of the sphere, which is the correct option. Yes, you have to use the formula, that is V equals 4 by 3 pi r cube. You are given the radius, that is 9. So let me just do calculations, right? 9 times 9 times 9, that is 729. 729 times 3.14 times 4, right? That is 9,556.249156.24, and you have to divide it by the 3. So the correct option is 3052.08. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? That is 3052.08. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. So whenever you have to calculate the volume of the spheres, you have to use the formula, that is V equals 4 by 3 pi r cube, right? Okay, the next lesson is the surface area of the sphere. We just done with the volume. Now we're going to see what is the surface area of the spheres. Okay, what is the surface area of the sphere, right? So you are given with a radius, right? Whenever we have to calculate the surface area of the spheres, we have to use the formula that is 4 pi r square, right? Okay, to calculate the surface area of the sphere is 4 pi r square. So here the radius is 3. So just put up the values, that is 4 times 3.14 times 3 square divided by. So let's just start with the test question. Just keep the formulas in your mind. The surface area of the sphere is 4 pi r square, right? Okay, let's just start with the first example, that is, what is the surface area of the sphere? So we have to calculate the surface area. So the formula to calculate the surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square, right? Let's just put up the values, 4 times 3.14 times 1 square, right? So the correct option is 12.56 square feet. Option number 1 is the correct option, that is 12.56 square feet, right? Okay, the next one is, what is the surface area of the sphere, which is the correct option. You have to use the formula to calculate the surface area, that is 4 pi r square. R is 10. Okay, so the correct option is 1256 square feet. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is, what is the surface area of the sphere? So use your notebook and pencil, do calculations in your notebook and let me know the answer. The question is, you have to calculate the surface area, volume of the, no, we are working on the surface area of the sphere. You have to calculate the surface area of the square. The formula is, you have to do 4 pi r square, right? Okay, let me just do calculations. The correct option is 803.84. Option number 2 is the correct option. Very good. That is the second option. Okay, the next one is, what is the surface area of the sphere? So, which is the correct option? Use the formula, that is 4 pi r square. So, which is the correct option? So the correct option is the second one, right? 1017.36 square inches is the correct option. Okay, the next one is what is the surface area of this sphere, which is the correct option. So, which is the correct option? The correct option is, yes, that is 615.44. Option 1 is the correct option, right? Okay, the next one is what is the surface area of the sphere, which is the correct option. Yes, when we have to calculate the surface area of the sphere, we have to use the formula that is 4 pi r square, right? We are given r3, so just put up the values in the formula and calculate. So the correct option is 113.04. The basic thing is you have to do calculations here, so right? So just keep these formulas in your mind and do the calculations, right? Okay, what is the surface area of the sphere, which is the correct option? Yes, just use the formula that is 4 pi r square, do the calculation. So the correct option is radius given is 25, right? Yes, that is 314 square feet. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? Okay, then the next one is what is the surface area of the sphere? You are given the radius that is 6. So, okay, so you are given the radius 6. Just do calculation. The formula is 4 pi r square, right? The correct option is option number. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is 452.16 square centimeters, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is The next lesson is volume and surface area of similar solids. Okay, now we are given the similar solids, right? We have to calculate their volume and surface area. Let's just look at this example. The figures below are similar. You are given two exactly similar figures, right? The figures below are similar. You are given two similar figures, right? You are given the side lengths and the volume of the bigger figure, right? And that is 8 millimeter. You have to calculate the 64 millimeter cube, that is the volume for the bigger one. You have to calculate the volume of the smaller figure. Basically, when we are working on the similar figures, we have to make the proportion between their, you can make the proportion between their similar sides and then you can equate them. For example, because you are working on the volume, so you have to do a by b. A by b is the similar sides, right? Let's say a is 8 and b is 6, so that would be 8 over 6. So we are working on the volume, so we have to calculate the cube for both the values, right? That would be 64 and 27, right? Then you have to form the proportion between the similar sides and the volumes. Let's just do the practice question and then we have to do the calculations. Okay, what is the surface area of the smaller rectangular prism, right? So you have to calculate the surface area. So let's start with here is the similar sides. The similar sides are 4 inches and 6 inches, right? And the surface area of the larger one is given, you have to calculate for the smaller one. So whenever we're working on this, that is a over b, the sides are 4 over 6, right? When you working on the surface area, you have to square both the values. So that is a square over b square equals 2 square divided by 3 square. 2 square is 4 and 3 square is 9, right? Okay, now you have to equate them with 4 over 9 equals S1 over S2. So 4 over 9 equals S1, you have to calculate, and S2 is 225, right? Let's just form a S1 equals 4 times 225 divided by 4 times 225 divided by 9, right? Let me just do calculations. So 4 times, that is 4 times 200, 225 is 900, and 9 divided by 900 divided by 9 is 100. So that means the surface area of the smaller rectangular prism is 100 square inches. Option number 1 is the correct option. That will be 100 square inches, right? The figures below are similar. What is the volume of the smaller rectangular prism, right? So let's just see there. This is the smaller prism, that is A, and this is E. They are similar sides. That would be A over B, that is 3 over 5. So you have to calculate their cubes, right? That would be 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27. 5 times 5 is 25, and 25 times 5 is 125. Now just form a proportion, right? That is V1 over V2, right? Okay, you are given the value of V2. So 27 over 125 equals V1 over 1000. So then V1 equals 127 times 1000 divided by 127. No, that is just 27, not 127. Right, so let me just do the calculations. That is 125 it is. Let me just do the calculations. That is 27,000 divided by 125. The correct option is 216 cubic inches. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, what the figures below are similar. What is the surface area of the larger triangular prism? So you have to calculate now surface area, right? So let's just form a proportion between their similar sides and the surface area. So that is A over B. This one is A and this one is B. So back up, that is 2 over 5. We're working on the surface area, so you need to calculate them. That would be 4 over, you need to calculate their squares, right? That would be 4 over 25. Now let's just form a proportion, that is 4 over 25 equals S1 is 64 and S2. So just do cross multiplication and divide 4 other sides. So S2 equals 64 times 25 over 4. Let me just do calculations. 1600 divided by 4, that is 400 square centimeters, right? The correct option is 400 square centimeters. Option 2 is the correct option, right? Okay, let's just do the one more. That is the figures below are similar. Okay, so the similar sides are, this is A, this is B, so that would be A over B, that is 9 over 3. So when you divide them, that would be 3 over 1. Now let's just calculate their cubes, so that would be 3 times 27 over 1, right? Now that is 27 over 1 equals V1 over V2. V1 is 27. You have to calculate V2, so just cross multiply, that would be V2 equals 27 over 27, so the answer equals 1 cubic feet. The correct option is 1 cubic feet. Option number 1 is the correct option, I think. Yes, option 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Okay, so that is the last lesson from this chapter, that is parameter, area and volumes change in scale. Okay, Look at the rectangle. If both dimensions are doubled, then which of the following statements about its parameter will be true? So you are given the measurements of the rectangle. You have to see if you double their dimensions, what happened, right? So the parameter of the rectangle is length time, breadth time height, right? That is 2 times breadth plus height, right? Now you are going to double both values. Double means you are going to multiply with 2, right? That is now 2b and 2h, right? You can take 2 common. So that would be parameter equals b equals 4 times b plus h. When you divide the new parameter by the old parameter, new parameter by the original parameter, you are left with 2. That means the new parameter will be 2 times the old parameter. If you double the values, then obviously the parameter is doubled than the old values, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, look at the cube. If the side length are tripled, then which of the following statements about its surface area will be true, right? You have to look at the surface area. The surface area of the cube is 6 times the surface area of one. The surface area, area of one face is area of one face is side times side, right? So the area of cube is 6 times s square, right? Now you're going to triple the side length, right? Triple means you have to multiply 3 times s, right? So 3 times square, 3 square is 9, 9 times 3 is 27s square, right? 54, that is 3 times because 3 times 3 is 9, so that is 54. Okay, there you have 6, right? The original one is 6s square. Now you triple the value. 3 times 3 is 9 and 9 times 6 is 54s square. So if you divide the older one by the new one, new one by the older one, that would be s square cancel out, and 6 times 9 is 54. That means the new surface area will be 9 times the old surface area, right? The correct option is that would be then 9 times the old surface area, right? Okay, the next one is look at the square. If the side lengths are doubled, then which of the following statement will be true? Okay, the surface area of the area of the square is side times side, right? This is the normal square. You can say s square. Now you doubled each side. Double means 2s times 2s, right? This is for the new one. So 2 times 2 is 4s square, right? When you divide the new surface area by the older one, you are left with 4. That means the new surface area will be 4 times the old surface area. Got it? Basically, what you have to do, that when you normally calculate the area of square is that would be side times side, right? Now you are given, if you double the side lengths, right? Just multiply 2. Double means you have to multiply the each side by 2. Multiply them by 2, right? So 2 times 2 is 4. Divide the new surface area divided by the older one. The older one is s square. You're left with just 4. That means the new surface area will be 4 times the old surface area, right? Okay, now the side lengths are tripled, right? This is the same thing. You are given the, okay, you have to calculate the parameter. So what we have to do for the parameter, when we have to calculate the parameter of the square, we just have to add up all the side lengths, right? So parameter normally is s plus s plus s plus s, right? We add side length, that is 4s, right? Now for the new parameter, you have to triple each side, right? That would be 3s plus 3s plus 3s plus 3s, right? That means 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, it would be 12s, right? Just divide the new parameter by the old parameter, that is 12s divided by 4s. So s and s cancel out 4 times, 3 is 12. That means the new parameter will be 3 times the old parameter, right? That is 3 times the older parameter. Okay, the next one is look at the cube. What if the side lengths are doubled? Then which of the following statement about its volume will be true? Which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? The correct option is the new volume will be 8 times the old volume, right? The correct option is 8 times the old volume. Okay, look at this rectangle. If both the dimensions are doubled, then which of the following statement about its parameter will be true? So, which is the correct option? Yes, that is the new parameter will be 3 times the old parameter. The option 2 is the correct option. Very good. Hmm? 3. Oh, yes, that would be 3 times because the dimensions are doubled. So that would be 3 times the older parameter. Look at this rectangle. The base is tripled. What Which of the following statement about its area will be true? The area of the rectangle is length time width, right? Only base is tripled. That means the new area will be 3 times the older one. The correct option is the new area will be 3 times the old area, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 8 maths. The chapter we were working on is geometric measurement, and the lessons we have covered today are the volume of spheres, surface area of spheres, volume and surface area of similar solids, and parameter area and volume change in scale, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, right? Or either you can join me in the interactive session that will be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10. So if you have any questions related to the lessons we just did, you can ask questions. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So please ask question if you have any. No questions. No questions. Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.